Hey everybody, it's Andy Z. Welcome back to Z Frequency. I took yesterday off because really not much has happened, and really still not much has happened. So I got a couple things though, so I figured I'd talk about them really quick. So the first thing that I want to talk about is there's this new movie coming out about the Mummy, or it's called The Mummy, and it's a beautiful picture of a little girl. But I don't, my assumption is the premise of this movie is this girl is possessed by a mummy. But what I really kind of want to point out is, to me, she looks like a hybrid. So I'm wondering if if there's gonna be some disclosure about, you know, I'm sure they're not gonna do a ton of disclosure. It's a horror movie, but I wonder if they're gonna try and relate that in our minds for the Egyptians, the ancient Egyptians being ETs, and that little girl looking like a hybrid. I don't know. I'm sure they won't, but to me, that looks strange to me. I think they're trying to start familiarizing us with the way a hybrid potentially looks, or how we think of them looking like that, but realistically, a hybrid is going to look like anybody. It'll look like any person. So I thought that's the first thing I thought when I saw it. I was like, what are they doing here? So my next kind of well, this will be kind of a tirade. So, well, not a tirade. It'll be something to think about. So when Katie Bishop was on with Danny Henderson, I noticed that Danny Henderson said she looked like this ancient old reptilian hag in reference to Elena Janan. And I found an email that I sent around Christmas time to someone, and I'll read it to you. And you can see the date on here is near Christmas time. So, and this was me saying, I know ED is not even in the same physical body anymore. Once the spell broke, talking about me, she freaked me out. A very dark, ancient hag is what I see now. Very different than her early YouTube videos of an unassuming sweet lady. I keep getting a picture of an AI rendering she did of what Queen Tia supposedly looked like. Now, keep in mind, I don't buy this Queen Tia bullshit. When they're talking about Tia, they're talking about Tiamat. But I think this is karmic retribution for whoever is working through Elena Denon now. And let me show you. This has been taken off of her website. I happened to take a picture of this a while ago, but she doesn't have this on her website anymore that I could find. And this is what I see in my brain going. So for those of you who maybe think you're intuitive and you don't necessarily know how it works, if I'm looking at somebody, sometimes I'll see energy around them, sometimes I won't. It depends on the person, and I think it may have to do with maybe some free will, or a lot of it I know for me is like a response. So I always say I see what I need to see. So when I look at Elena Denon, I just see her aging and wrinkling up. She looks like a hag. But in my mind's eye, this is a whole other, it's weird how this works. In my mind's eye, I will see this pops into my head. And so for those of you that are intuitive, and everybody is intuitive, you just have to learn to pay attention to what you're seeing in your head, or what a lot of people don't see physically. I don't see a ton physically. I only see what I need to see, like I said. But this is what pops into my head when I see her. And so I said that back around Christmas time in December, and I'd noticed that Danny Henderson said the same thing just last week. So to me, there's intuitive people that are seeing the same thing from her. And to me, that's just a warning for everybody. I don't like, I know I talk, I talk shit about a lot of people, but I really, I want to be as relatable and as honest and forthright as I possibly can be. I don't want to be dragging these people down, but at this point, we are at such a crucial time that I think in order for me to not say anything is leaving people at risk. And I know a lot of you see through Elena Denon, but I know for me, I'm pretty intuitive, and I was completely wrapped up into the whole thing. Um, and I was pushed there. I mean, I was pushed there, and I think a lot of people are. And once you're in, she creates a frequency. There's like a weird frequency with it, and there's other things working through her. So try to have, these people aren't just idiots that are following her. They're in a frequency spell it's the only way I can describe it. It's a frequency spell, and something much more devious is working through her. So try to have a little compassion for those people. They're not just idiots. It's you want to see the best in people as it is, but there's something with it. There is something with it that it's like a reptilian mind control thing. And I don't just say that because it happened to me, but I'm pretty skeptical on a lot of people, as you've seen throughout this whole time, skeptical of everyone. But this had me wrapped up. So just try to be compassionate. And for sure, I'm not giving her any attention anymore. I just happened to see that Danny Henderson talked about it with Katie, and I was like, you know what? I think I remember saying that to someone. So just want to put that out there. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about, this is about the parasites. So I guess this guy was a senator or a congressperson. I don't know if he still is or isn't, but it's him talking about his experiences dealing with the American government. So I'm going to play that really quick.
I mean, being kind of a young guy in Washington, with the average age of probably 60 or 70, and I look at all these people, a lot of them that I've looked up to through my life. I've always paid attention to politics, guys that, then all of a sudden you get invited to, like, well, hey, we're going to have kind of a sexual get-together at one of our homes. You should come. And I'm like, what did you just ask me to come to? Yeah. And then you realize they're asking you to come to an orgy. Yeah. Or the fact that, there's some of the people that are leading on the movement to try and remove, addiction in our country. And then you watch them do, a key bump of cocaine right in front of you. And it's like, wow, this is wild.
Okay, so with that, that is what happens. That's what the parasites do. So they're going to host these sexual events, sexual get-together. I can never imagine saying to somebody, would you like to come over for a sexual get-together? Absolutely not. No, thank you. But it really, this is what they do. And when they have these orgies, it's not just that they're sick old, geriatric, horny pigs. What they're doing is, that's probably part of it because they've got attachments. But what they're doing is they are exchanging sexual energy. Sexual energy you build up, and then they're going to have some kind of let's say spirit or ET or whatever it is, potentially a demon, that's going to be soaking up that energy. And when you exchange, let's say when you have sexual relations with somebody, you're exchanging energy with them. So whatever energy that one person has with this demon is going to be transferred to whoever they engage with. So all of those people are going to be now have an attachment with this, whatever it is that they're praising. So that's what it is. So they're trying to make it, they're trying to make it seem fun, but they're saying, oh, come over for a party at my house. Then the next thing you know, it turns into something way darker and you have no idea what just happened. So this is what it is. This is what they do. And they do, that's just that's the top level of it. They do much more horrendous things at these parties that I don't care to go into right now. So yeah, that's the reality of it. These are the people that are taking our tax dollars. So um, a change has to happen soon. The next thing I have is a positive thing. Let's leave on a high note. I thought this was so interesting, and does not surprise me at all, but it's so nice to see. It was so nice to see. So let me just play it before you all lose interest in my BS.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Amy. Amy. Hello. 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 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Bye bye. Bye bye.
I love that video. I know that there's a lot of people. I know people watching this are probably more aware of what cetaceans are, but there are a lot of people that think these are just poor animals stuck in a tank, but they are really advanced beings, more advanced than we can understand. So yeah, I really love that video because now they're soon they'll be out talking us. They'll know all of our languages and make us look like idiots because that's the reality of it. We are idiotic compared to them. So they're really very advanced, beautiful beings. Yeah. So I thought that was just really fun and interesting. So I'd share that instead of all my doom and gloom. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. If there's more that happens, I'm happy to share it, but I haven't really seen much. I don't know if my algorithm's different. Maybe I'm missing something, but maybe there's just not much to say. So hopefully that's a good thing. There's been a lot of other stuff taking the news, that political stuff that I don't care about. So that's that. So you guys have a wonderful day. I will talk to you as soon as I get some stuff to talk about. So have a good one. Stay strong out there. Remember, you're sovereign beings and you don't consent to manipulation, lies, or deceit. So stay sovereign. Thank you so much.